So today I'm going to talk about the transformation from a manufacturing economy to one that is focused on knowledge and service industries. And we're going to also tie it into this notion called the polarization of job opportunities and how it relates to the squeezing of the middle class. So if you think about many economies from the 1970s on, they were focused on making things. And then what we saw was a transformation happening due to things like globalization, which is still, we're still talking about it, the advent of free trade agreements, and things like outsourcing and offshoring, whereby we shifted a lot of the things that we manufacture overseas. So just think about all the things that you have, all the products, the clothes you wear, the technology you use. Often that is made somewhere else and not in North America. And by and large, it has increased consumerism, and so some people think of it as a very positive thing. But it had the consequence of changing jobs. So in manufacturing, those are often what we might describe as, if we think about it, sort of as blue collar jobs, and where they were skills, but often you needed a sort of limited education, and in some sense, I guess they were sort of male gender jobs as well. And that begins to change with globalization, because now those jobs go offshore. And that's one aspect of it. And the other part of with manufacturing is that also happening around from the 70s onwards is the rise of technology and automation. And some argue actually that this has been more important in displacing these blue collar jobs than just globalization. So if you think about all the technologies we enjoy, whether it is computers, the internet, social media, what have you, satellite, etc., the electronic technology that allow us to move monies from one economy to another, all that is coming on board. And in an accelerated way as we get further and further away from the 70s, and this is becoming more and more of a feature of our economy. So we've lost these manufacturing jobs. What have we created to replace them? So what we've seen is the rise of services, and that can be seen in two ways. I'll just go to put it over maybe down below here. If you think about things like media and IT and healthcare and education, advertising, marketing, all these kinds of things are services. So the manufacturing we think of more as goods, and these are all these services. And if you think about our large cities like Toronto or Montreal or Vancouver or Calgary, they all have aspects of the service industries, and more you need more education. And that'll be kind of an important thing to keep in mind as well, in terms of who will the new workers be. So that has been sort of one development, which maybe people see it sort of as a positive development. But the other part has been the growth in in these services. The low end is things like the muck job, that Douglas Copeland made famous, 2 decades ago, like the retail, where it is, it was supposed to be these temporary jobs or part-time jobs, contractual jobs, but it becomes people's livelihood. So the next idea I'm going to introduce is called the polarization of job opportunities. And we'll see how now this plays out in the larger economy and what happens to the middle class as a result. So stay tuned.